shot it wide. That ends up behind the net. Kelly is checked, but it goes back to Stanley. Here's a screenshot of Stockchuck. Grabbed that one and held onto it. We have reached the 4:36 mark of the third period. Detroit 2, Toronto Maple Leafs 2. 2-all tie. Armstrong, Duff, and Keon, Horton and Stanley. Alman, Floyd Smith, Larry Jeffrey, Doug Barkley, Marcel Pronovo. On the face-off, Duff went after the loose puck. It's in the corners, handed to him. He tried to pass it out in front. Keon has it. Keon, a flip pass over to Stanley. Stanley's shot was knocked down by Doug Barkley. It's played out for Larry Jeffrey, and Horton has it. Off the boards for Keon. Over for Duff. Duff over the line. Too well covered by Doug Barkley, who clears it out to Larry Jeffrey. Up to the leaf line with Ullman. And Keon tried to get it out. Larry Jeffrey took a shot, and that hit Keon. And he covers up in the circle. Keon fell in front of it. We've played 5 minutes and 12 seconds of the third period, a 2-all tie. On the face-off, off the board, Armstrong bringing it out with Keon and Duff. Keon takes the pass, up over the Detroit line. Back to Armstrong, he shot it wide. Stanley moves up with a shot. That's knocked down by Doug Barkley to Larry Jeffrey, too far. Horton back for it. Horton flips it out over the line. It's knocked back. He has it himself. Long pass for Armstrong. Over the Detroit line with a shot that's wide. Marcel Pronovo back for it into the corner. Floyd Smith being watched by Duff. Smith. A back pass to Marcel Pronovo. Over to Doug Barkley. His pass out at center ice. Floyd Smith kicks it back into his own zone. A pass to Larry Jeffrey. Jeffrey watched by Keon. He's knocked down. Marcel Pronovo watched by Keon. Tries to get it out. Armstrong is dumped. It's along the boards. Floyd Smith to Doug Barkley. Bring it out to his own blue line to center. Up to the leaf line. Goes through, but it's offside. And sitting down and watching the play was the linesman Matt Pavlich. This game is coming to you direct from the Detroit Olympia.
Kindle fires. Burn leaves. Start your barbecue with Esso Barbecue Lighter Fluid.
At the 6:20 mark of the third period, a 2-all tie. Bruce McGregor, number 16. Past Alex Faulkner, over the line. Bob Bond whacked at it. Here's Faulkner to Andre Pronovo, the shot, and it deflects over to Shack. Shack goes down the left wing, over the line. Here's his shot, and that hit Gadsby's stick and went way up into the crowd. Face off in the Detroit zone to the right. 2-all tie. Fourth game of the Stanley Cup Finals. Developing into a real cliffhanger here in the Olympia. It goes in behind the Detroit net. Pete Goigan, number 18. He clears it to the blue line. Alex Faulkner gets away. Going down to center, up to the leaf line. Still has it. Lets his shot go, and Howard stopped that. Nevin. Long pass for Shack. Over the Detroit line. Here it goes again, and that's wide. Alex Faulkner tried to get away. Wolford went into the board. Bond knocked it in, and play is called. Faceoff goes back into the Leafs zone to the right. Leafs are called for deliberately clearing it offside, and naturally, when that happens, it goes all the way down into the Leafs zone and was called by linesman Ron Wicks. The attendance, 13,971. Face-off in the lead zone. Andre Pronovo passing it back to Pete Goigan. His shot hit Nevin. He's got a break. One man back with Fulford and Shack. Nevin goes in, and he shot it wide off Gadsby's stick, and Gadsby knocked it into the crowd. Bill Gadsby. Stopping that play at the Detroit Live. Deflecting it over the glass with three leads going in on him. Fulford set for the face-off. Goes loose. Here's the shot. Oh, it's right in front of the net. Fulford whacks at it. Shack gets a whack at it. That hit the goalpost. Right from the face-off. It's back to Bond. His shot is deflected by Sawchuk into the corner. McGregor's hit. Brewer lets one go. It's Fulford trying to center it. And it's knocked by Gadsby over the glass. That one hit the goalpost right dead on. Lane players thought it had gone in the net, but it didn't. Sawchuk is still shaking his head on that one. We've played 7 minutes and 45 seconds of the third period. Score is tied 2-all. Litzenberger, Kelly, Mahavlich. It's a pass intercepted by Gordie Howe with Packer McDonald. Up over the leaf line. Horton covers his man against the boards. It goes loose. Gordie Howe goes after it in the corner. Trying to center it. Litzenberger covers him. Gordie Howe watched by Kelly as well. Alex Delvecchio shot it into the corner, and Litzenberger has it. He's jammed. Packer McDonald trying to get it loose. Horton moves up. Gordie Howe gets it loose. Gordie Howe trying to center it. Horton watches him, jams him in on the board. Goes into the corner. Hank Mahavlich passing to Kelly. Off the boards and down the ice. It's going over the red line. Marcel Pronovo will touch it, and icing is the call. A 2-all tie in this third period. Face-off in the lead zone to the left. All set to go. Back to Kelly. Kelly hit the referee. The shot. Bauer stops it and gives it to Stanley. Stanley flipping it behind the net. Alex Delvecchio went after it. Delvecchio trying to center it out in front. It comes back to Marcel Pronovo. A shot. And that's deflected wide. Horton can't get it out. Gordie Howe. Back to Marcel Pronovo. Here's right in front to Delvecchio. A shot, and Bauer stopped that. Mahavlich cleared it, but not out. It goes along the boards. Alan Stanley knocks it down the ice. And it goes wide. And it'll be called for icing. This game is coming to you direct from the Detroit Olympia.
Esso Extra Motor Oil. More quality, more value for you, the motoring shopper.
We have played 9 minutes and 10 seconds of the third period. Now then, the Leafs are claiming the faceoff should be outside the blue line. But the faceoff will be in the Leaf zone to the left. Elman with Floyd Smith and Vic Stasiak facing Keon, Duff, and Armstrong. Goes back to Keon. Keon bringing the puck out. Up the center. Over the line. Going in alone, and he was stopped by Goigan. Then Armstrong tries to center it. He does. Brewer getting set. A shot. Oh, that was just off the target. Brewer lets it go, and he shot it high over top of the net. Stasiak clears it out over the line. Armstrong to Keon. Keon over the line again with Armstrong. Keon for Armstrong. Right in front of the net. He goes! Keon shot it into the net. And the lead's leaded 3-2. Dave Keon got it loose and slapped it home. And the Leafs go ahead 3-2. And take the lead for the first time in the game. Dave Keon gets his fifth playoff goal. Unassisted. .942. 9:42 is the official time of the goal. Keon unassisted. Now then, the linesman is fixing his skate. At Pavlich over at the blue line. Stanley talking to him. Out of Maple Leafs 3, Detroit Red Wings 2. All set to go for the face-off. It's slapped back to the Detroit defense. Keep going over to Gadsby. Gadsby up to Alex Faulkner. He's knocked down. Eddie Sack goes back for it. Sack. Long pass for Pulford. Goes to Gadsby, who gives it to Andre Pronovo. Puts it over the line. Stanley flicks it out to Pulford. Pulford up over the line. Closing in on the left wing. Goes to the corner. Took his shot high off the glass. And it goes by Horton down the ice. Alex Faulkner races after it with Horton. Horton gets to it first. Pass it behind the net for Nevin. It's going over the glass into the crowd, and it'll be a face-off in the Leaf zone. We play 10 minutes and 20 seconds of the third period. Leafs 3, Detroit 2. Shack trying to get out of the left wing with Nevin. Up over the line. Shack closing in. Pass it right in front of the net, and it goes all the way out here to Alex Faulkner, number 12. With Bruce McGregor. Up over the Leaf line. He's checked. Stanley let it go. Clears it out and down the ice. Back for it is Gadsby. Gadsby behind the Detroit net. Clearing past the Faulkner, stopped by Brewer. Brewer to Shack. Shack shoots it into the corner. Goigan back for it. Starting to work his way out. Pass it right to Shack. Shack to Pulford. Pulford going in. He shoots it, and Saczak caught that. Alex Delvecchio now on the ice with Gordie Howe. At his own blue line. Delvecchio a pass deflected into the Leaf zone. And Litzenberger's in there for it. Litzenberger passed it right in front of his own net. Howe hit the post. Here's that Delvecchio shot. And that goes to Litzenberger again, who handed it right to Gordie Howe. And he hit the post. Here's a chance for Packer McDonald for Gordie Howe over the line, and it's offside. Gordie Howe was handed a perfect setup, and he hit the post. Eight minutes and 27 seconds. 8 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in the third period. The face-off is outside the blue line. Leafs 3, Detroit 2. Kelly with Mahavlich and Litzenberger. And from the face-off, Litzenberger lost it to Howe. He's over the line again. Keck gets it in front, and then it hit a skate and went off to the wing, and Brewer just clears it out. Doug Barkley being watched, but gets away from Red Kelly this time. A pass to Packer McDonald, who's hit by Litzenberger. And there's going to be a penalty there to Litzenberger for dumping Packer McDonald. Litzenberger of the Leafs will get a tripping penalty. Tripping. Minutes and 53 seconds. Now then, Detroit will have the odd man advantage. 6 men to 5. Trailing 3-2. Allman, Larry Jeffrey, Floyd Smith, Gordie Howe, Alex Del Vecchio. On the face-off, here's Howe taking his shot, and it hit a leg. Alex Del Vecchio lets one go, and Stanley was knocked off his pin. Del Vecchio lets another one go. It hits the glass. Here's another shot, and it comes over to Gordie Howe. Here's his shot. That's wide. Over here to Del Vecchio, right in front. Goes back to Gordie Howe. Here's the shot. It hits Stanley. Del Vecchio again. A pass to Gordie Howe. Here's the shot. Bauer stopped that. Another shot. It's all around the Leaf goal and goes to the corner. Stanley couldn't get it out. Floyd Smith from the side, passing it to Ullman. Ullman back to Gordie Howe. Here's the shot right in front of the net. And it deflects over to this wing, and Armstrong brings it out. Over the Detroit line. Gates back at center. Still has it. Hit the referee in the ankle. Holford is out there now as Gordie Howe goes over the line. Back for Larry Jeffrey. Nevin slapped it down the ice. And it's Sawchuk coming out of the net to cover up. Pass off the boards to Jeffrey. From Sawchuk. It goes over to Ullman. Ullman shoots it in. Nevin clears it to the blue line, but not out. It's cleared over to the far wing for Howe. Douglas took a swipe at it. Clears it around the boards and out and down the ice. 6 minutes and 31 seconds remaining in the third period. 3-2 for the Leafs. A pass at center ice, stopped by Douglas, who shoots it right back in again, and Del Vecchio's back for it. Litzenberger still in the penalty box. A pass stopped by Pulford. Pulford took a whack at it. Ullman gets it, though. It's Normie Ullman, a pass to Larry Jeffrey. Stopped by Nevin. Nevin trying to get in on the right wing. Here's the shot, and he shot it wide as Litzenberger is back on the ice. On pass to Larry Jeffrey. Stopped by Nevin on a relay to Marcel Pronovo. Larry Jeffrey tried to get over the line, and Duff checked his man. Doug Barkley. Long pass for Larry Jeffrey, too far. Bob Bond gets back to touch it, and Detroit are called for icing. This game is coming to you direct from the Detroit Olympia.
Atlas seat belts. More quality, more value for you, the motoring shopper.
Five minutes and 45 seconds remaining in regulation time. Leafs 3, Detroit 2. Sawchuk stops the shot from the faceoff. It cleared around to the blue line. Bob Bond shot it back. Alex Faulkner breaks it up. Up comes Alex Faulkner. Up to the Leaf line with Bruce McGregor. Here's the shot, and Bauer caught that and held on to it. Face-off in the Leaf zone to the right. Red Wings have Alex Faulkner at center, Andre Pronovo on the left wing, Bruce McGregor on the right, Doug Barkley and Marcel Pronovo. Kelly comes out with Litzenberger and Mahavlich. All set to go. Alex Faulkner got the draw, but cleared it down the ice. And Marcel Pronovo goes back for it. Clearing it off the boards for Bruce McGregor. It lands up on Brewer's stick, and he just cleared it into the Detroit zone. Doug Barkley, a pass to an open wing. Bob Bond moving up for Litzenberger. Lost it to Andre Pronovo. who gets up over the leaf line trying to get his shot, and Carl Brewer gets in ahead of him. Cleared fast for Kelly. Kelly races after it. Bruce McGregor passes it back. Litzenberger moving up. Shot it into the Detroit zone. Mahavlich goes after it. Sawchuk is in there. Cleared into the corner. Bruce McGregor stopped by Kelly. It comes out over the blue line. And up the ice now for Bruce McGregor over the blue line. He's trying to pass it through, and Kelly clearing pass. Knocked over the blue line to Mahavlich. He's got a break with Litzenberger. One man back. Mahavlich shoots, and it stopped. And the rebound went to Andre Pronovo. Away he goes with Gordie Howe and Eddie Joyelle. It goes into the lead zone. Bob Bond back for it. Plays it out over the blue line to center. Bill Gadsby to Gordie Howe. Turns at center. Flip pass to Joyelle with Gordie Howe. It's the Leafs trying to get it out. Played to center ice, Bill Gadsby. Stopped by Nevin. Nevin is dumped. And Pulford gets it. Back to Brewer. Less than 4 minutes remaining in regulation time. Joyelle stopped by Pulford, is bumped by Gordie Howe. Puck is cleared by Brewer into the Detroit zone. It's going over the red line, and it'll be called for icing. 3 minutes. 42 seconds remaining to play in regulation time. Leafs 3, Detroit 2. Face off in the Maple Leaf zone to the left. Detroit with Alex Delvecchio, Hiker McDonald, Gordie Howe, Eddie Joyelle, and Bill Gadsby. Jack, Pulford, Nevin, Stanley, and Horton. All ready for the face-off. Jack was trying to catch up with Gordie Howe. Now Gordie Howe attacks to the referee. Alex Delvecchio and Eddie Joyelle all in there. Now we're all set to go. Now Stanley doesn't like the way it's going. And they're going to tire each other out talking. All set to go, and from the face-off, Bob Pulford, a flip pass stopped by Delvecchio. Horton goes behind the Leaf goal. He lost it. It's right in front of the net. Hiker McDonald couldn't get his shot. It rolls out over the blue line. Alex Delvecchio checked by Nevin. Pulford races after it. One man back. Pulford takes his shot, and he shot it wide. Stanley let it go as Hiker McDonald comes down the ice. With Joyelle. Shot stopped by Horton, and he puts it out to center ice. Bill Gadsby. He lost it. Pulford gets it loose, and he's dumped. There's going to be a penalty here to Gadsby. Gadsby of Detroit will get a penalty as Pulford tried to break away. And there's 3 minutes. Well, we'll wait for the official time of the penalty. Left in regulation time. .52. A holding penalty to Bill Gadsby. So we have 3 minutes and 8 seconds remaining in regulation time. Sawchuk down on one knee over at the Detroit bench. And the action has been hectic. Holding to Gadsby at 16:52. The Leafs have the odd man advantage. They're leading in the hockey game 3-2. This is a torrid struggle And it isn't over yet by any stretch of the imagination. Some of the fans are starting to leave, but I guess they can't take the excitement. A face-off, when they have it, be in Detroit territory. At Pavlich, doing yeoman service, acting as an attendant there, scraping up the ice. It's Mahavlich with Litzenberger, Kelly, Brewer, and Douglas. Kelly has gone to center ice, Odrowski and Belfontaine. Mahavlich keeps the puck in, shot it around on the boards. Litzenberger races after it. Pass it back for Douglas. Douglas getting set. There's a shot. It's right in front of the net. Mahavlich took a whack at it. Side track looked behind him. The puck didn't go in the net. Litzenberger trying to center it. Kelly goes against the boards, and they hold it there for a face-off. Close call around the Detroit net. Leaves 3, Detroit 2. Two minutes and 48 seconds remaining in regulation time. On the face-off, Odrowski is checked. Litzenberger to Brewer. Brewer hit Mahavlich with it. And it went over the glass, so the face-off will come outside the blue line. Mahavlich, Kelly, and Litzenberger. Brewer and Douglas. Litzenberger back to Douglas. Over to Brewer. Back to Douglas. Douglas over the line for Kelly. Stopped by Odrowski, but not thrown out. Mahavlich shot it into the corner. Doug Barkley cleared it around on the boards. It's back to Brewer. Brewer for Mahavlich. He hit the board. Doug Barkley hit Kelly with it. Kelly getting set. He shoots. He scores! Kelly has scored for the Leafs with Litzenberger standing off the goal crease. And it's 4-2. That looked like Kelly with a shot. And that makes it 4-2 for the Leafs. That means they're going to have to scrape off the ice for a moment and gives me a chance to review the scoring up to date. Howell from Del Vecchio and Parker McDonald at 2:54 of the first period. Armstrong from Keon at 1:17 of the second. Joyelle from Howe at 2:38. Kelly from Mahavlich and Bond at 17:41 to tie it up 2-all. Then Davy Keon unassisted at 9:42 of this third period to make it 3-2. And now Kelly has scored, or looked like Kelly when he shot it. Whether Litzenberger touched it or not, it's hard to say. We'll wait for it officially on those close-in plays around the net. And it's now 4-2 for the Leafs. Waiting for the official announcement, Vern Buffy, the referee, is over at the timer's bench. Getting very warm here in the Olympia. Unassisted. Now then, the referee has gone back to the timer's bench. We're at the 17:45 mark of the third period, with the Leafs leading by a score of 4-2. Goal was scored with Gadsby in the penalty box. .17:45, Kelly unassisted, and for Red Kelly, his second goal in the playoffs. He scored 2, both of them tonight. A lot of the fans fans are starting to leave, but as we all know, this game is never over until the final buzzer. 4-2 for the Maple Leafs. Keon, Duff, Armstrong, Stanley, and Horton. Alman, Del Vecchio, Howe, Andre Pronovo, Eddie Joyal. On the face-off, it goes back to Armstrong. Armstrong to Horton. Off the board for Keon. He tips it over the line. Joyal shot it out. Del Vecchio is watched by Armstrong. Alman passed it right in front of his own net. Play is called as a delayed whistle. And the face-off will be outside the Detroit blue line. 2 minutes. 3 seconds remaining in regulation time. Toronto 4, Detroit 2. Bauer is yelling because there's paper on the ice down at his end. Keon set for the face-off with Ullman. Tries to get it over the line. Del Vecchio passed it into the corner. Joyal didn't see it. Goes back for it. Having difficulties. Armstrong shot it right in front of the net. Now it's Del Vecchio comes up with a number 10. To Joyal at center. Tries to go through. Horton rolled it out again, and Del Vecchio back for it. Alex Del Vecchio clearing past to Gordie Howe. Offside. Alman went over the blue line. 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining in regulation time. The Leafs 4, Detroit 2. Army Elman looks up at the clock. On the faceoff, Pulford gets it back to Brewer. Brewer to Bond. Bond moves up with a pass for Pulford. Pulford shot it over the line, and Andre Pronovo and Gordie Howe go back for it. Howe overskated the puck. Then gets it handed back to him off his skate. Clearing pass out at center, nowhere near his man. Brewer moves up, and he takes a long shot. The Sawchuck stops. Eddie Joyal goes behind the net. Stops there. Clearing pass, hits Shack's stick. Brewer wraps it back, and it's called offside at the blue line as Pulford was coming out. 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining in regulation time. The Leafs 4 and Detroit 2. All set to go. Pulford back to Shack. Shack over to Bond. Bond's pass for Pulford was deflected back to Joyal, number 21. Eddie Joyal trying to get over the line. Stopped by Shack. It comes back to Bill Gadsby. He clears it in. Bauer stops it. Bob Bond in the corner. Shot it around. Del Vecchio lost it. It's along the boards. Evan can't get it out. Del Vecchio keeps it in the corner. And Carl Brewer's back there for it. A pass for Shack. Gordie Howe watches him. And Bob Pulford with it. Trying to get it out. It's still in there. Here's Eddie Joyal, and he was checked by Nevin. Nevin sits it out for Pulford. Pulford races down the ice. Takes a shot, lets it go. Sawchuck got a piece of it, and it goes into the crowd over the glass. And there's exactly 25 seconds left. 25 seconds remaining in regulation time. Toronto Maple Leafs 4. Detroit Red Wings 2. Carl Brewer up in his own zone picking up papers. It's Litzenberger, Mahavlich, Kelly, Douglas, and Horton. Alex Del Vecchio, Gordie Howe, Eddie Joyal, Bill Gadsby, and Normie Ullman. Lining up for the face-off. Face-off in the Detroit zone. Gordie Howe was talking to Del Vecchio and Joyal, so from the face-off, out to Mahavlich, a shot. Sawchuck stopped that. It's right in front of the net. Kelly trying to get set. Took a shot, and that was stopped. It's still in the corner. Detroit trying to get it out. 12 seconds left. in regulation time. Joyelle up the center. Over the line, Mahavlich steps into him. The puck bounces out and down the ice. There's 3 seconds left. Vecchio goes back for it. He gets set. Distance makes to Mahavlich. There's the shot. He shot it in the net, but the game is over. And it ended 4-2. Now then, the Leafs player skates down the ice. Sawchuk took exception to Mahavlich letting it go, but he didn't know that the buzzer had gone. Sawchuk still talking to him. I don't think anybody heard the buzzer because that cannon cracker went off. Game is over. It ended 4-2. Power down there talking to Sawchuk. So now then the two teams are leaving the ice. There's 1-0 Detroit into the first period, 2 off the end of the second. The Leafs scored 2 goals in the third period to come through 4-2. So the final score of tonight's game here at the Detroit Olympia, Toronto Maple Leafs 4, Detroit Red Wings 2.
And bush and sand spreading out across the land, roads where the sun beats down all day, where the muskeg drops away, and just one thing that the men all know, there's 21 miles to go. Stone that's close must pave this road, take the endless wear and load, make a surface frost won't spoil. Send that stone to Imperial Oil, they're the men to lend a hand when new roads must be planned. They'll find the asphalt grade that's best and put that pavement to the test. When the heat goes up, how well will it hold? Will it crack in the freezing cold? Will it crack? Will it crush when they add the load? Can they make it pave that road? Well, Imperial Research finds the mix to make that stone a solid fix, make roads that'll last through snow and sun, till many long years are over and done. Imperial Oil helps new roads grow, and there's many new miles of road. New road.
Imperial Oil, doing more research than all other oil companies in Canada together.
Work now with Gump Worsley. And Gump, your 3 stars. Well, the first star I picked Dave Keon. Dave plays real well. He skates well. He started off the game for Toronto in the Detroit end, and this is a good way that the team takes off from him the start of the game. You can tell the way the game is going to go. And Dave scored the winning goal and plays real well. I picked Bill Gadsby for my second star. I don't think I've seen Bill play a better game. Even when he played with New York, he played real well. My third star, I picked George Armstrong for his all-around work. He scored a goal. He killed penalties with Dave Keon, and I thought he played real well.
Any honorable mentions, Gump?
Yes, I'd have to say that most of the Detroit defense played well. Red Kelly, of course, for his 2 goals. The only thing, the Toronto defense weren't up fast enough on the play. I think this is a big thing that hurt Toronto tonight, too.
And Johnny Bauer had a pretty good night. Would you say, Gump, or not?
Well, they're always good when you win, Ward, when you're playing goal.
And Frank standing by now with our number 1 star. Thank you very much, Ward. Davey, come on in. Some cheers and some boos, Davey. A great hockey game, and maybe the key win of the series for the Maple Leafs.
Well, I hope so, Frank. If we can go back to Toronto and play well, I think we can beat them.
Davey, you've been scoring a lot of key goals for this hockey club all season. You did it in the series against Montreal. This is the second big one that you've scored in this series. You seem to score an awful lot of them from right in close to the crease. I'd like you and Gump to talk about that a little bit because I think you probably got some on him. How did you get that one tonight?
I didn't score it. I'm not sure it was Stacey or Roman who scored it. I was trying to bring the puck across in front of the net, and I couldn't get right across, but the puck got across, and the back checker beat the goalie, and I think it hit his leg and went in the net.
I think it's just straight determination that he does score them goals, Frank, on Davies' part. continuous skating and chasing the puck around. I think this is why he gets a lot of these goals from close in.
Hope I don't get too many on you.
Well, let's hope not anyway, Dave.
Davey, you're going back to Toronto. What do you think of your chances of sewing up the series on Thursday night?
Well, I don't want to make any predictions, but we'll be out there trying.
I would think this was the toughest game of the series so far. Would you not agree with me?
Yes, I think so, because when you have a lead and the other team comes back and ties it up and then wins, it makes it a lot tougher, especially in your home rink.
So you're confident that you can go back and make a real game of it Thursday night?
Well, we'll sure try.
Thanks very much, Davey, Gump, and Ward. And here are the statistics on tonight's game. The shots on goal, the Detroit Red Wings had 40. The Toronto Maple Leafs 33. The series standings, Toronto has won 3, lost 1, and Detroit won 1 and lost 3. So the final score in tonight's game, the Toronto Maple Leafs 4, the Detroit Red Wings 2.
We hope you have enjoyed this season of Hockey Night in Canada. If you have, then I'd like to recommend that you show your appreciation by doing business right here at the Esso sign of confidence. It represents Imperial Oil. It also represents the Esso dealers, agents, and distributors serving your community. This hockey show is their way of collectively thanking you for your patronage or inviting you to join the millions of Canadians who have come to count on their quality products and services. Throughout the year, they stand ready to provide more value for you that is right with the times. Until the next game of this final series between Toronto and Detroit, this is Murray Westgate, on behalf of Imperial Esso dealers, agents, and distributors, wishing you good night and happy motoring.
Receiving a lecture on the proper care of other people's property, Chip Douglas misplaces